Hello everyone. On this project, we build miter station stop blocks. So guys, we are going to get right into this miter station upgrade. So these are miter station stop blocks. They are used for making precise, repetitive cuts. So say you were working on cabinets and you were building the doors or the face frames. So what you would do is you would set this at a particular length that you would like, and what they do is they lock into place, and then all you have to do is ram your material up to it. Not necessarily ram it, okay, just hit it up against it and then make your cut. But I do have an example here coming up, but that's what they're for. So you're in luck. I am actually cutting out some cabinet doors, and we're going to use this as an example. So what I'm doing here right now is getting a distance. I think this was 38 3/4 or something like that. So I don't have a tape on my outriggers just yet. That is coming later for the next upgrade that I'm going to do. But right now I have to use a straight ruler. So I set my distances, and then I lock my stops in place, and then we get to cutting. So what's nice about these stop blocks is that I can flip them out of place. So whenever I have these 1 by 3 by 8 footers, what I like to do is I like to clean off the end grains first, and then I like to cut them down into the sizes that I need. If I had chosen stationary stop blocks, I couldn't do this because I couldn't move that stop block out of the way and make my cuts with the 8-foot long pieces. These stop blocks function flawlessly, and it makes my cabinet building experience fantastic. Editing is a third job. Okay, so here we are with the build part. Hopefully that demonstration was good. So here I am clamping down a 1 1/4 inch dowel that you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's. This is a engineered dowel rod that you would use in like a closet, and I stain it with the Old Masters Early American, just like I did with the miter station. Here we are. It looks great. This is just the stain, no clear. I use a clear gloss wipe-on poly, oil-based, to get this slick coating on here so our clamps don't get snagged or have a hard time moving on this rod. You want this rod super slick and slippery, as shiny as possible. Here we have 4 clamping mechanisms for the stop blocks. This consists of metal conduit clamps, a 3/4 inch dowel, a wooden knob, and threaded inserts. To make these clamps, I start off by cutting out plastic rod bearings out of plumbing, 1 1/4 plumbing pipes that you can get for like a bathroom sink. I cut them out to the size of the conduit clamps, and then I clean them off with some sandpaper, but I do have an example here soon, here in the next clip. So this is the example here. So we have 2 plastic rod bearings at the bottom and then 1 at the top. And it should be thick enough to be able to give you the clamping power on these rods. So to bind the plastic rod bearings to the metal conduit clamps, what we're going to do is we're going to use JB Weld. This dry time is like 4 to 6 hours. I like JB Weld because it just sticks to anything and it's super strong. And then we're gonna need a piece of the 1 1/4 inch dowel, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue all of the plastic rod bearings on, and then we're gonna clamp it onto the 1 1/4 inch dowel rod and allow it to dry. Some of you have maybe noticed I put gloves on. Do not get this stuff on your skin or your hands. It is ridiculous to get off. Not to mention if it dries on your fingers. So we build 4 of these clamps, allowing us to have 2 stop blocks for now. Here we build a wooden frame for the clamps to attach to, and as well as the hinge. And I put the hinge on backwards so that when I flip it up, it doesn't rest like flush, so that way I can flip it back and forth with a gap. I build 2 of these for 2 stop blocks. Up next is to build these tightening knobs. It consists of a 3/4 inch dowel with a threaded insert and some knobs I bought from Walmart that you can just put on the top. It's not necessary that you have the knobs up on top, because these can tighten with or without those knobs easily. I cut 1 1/2 inch 3/4 inch dowels, and then I drill a hole center mass of the 3/4 inch dowel deep enough for the threaded inserts. I take one of the wooden knobs and I groove a 3/4 inch circle at the base of the knob so that the 3/4 inch dowel has a place to seat into, and it just helps having a good base for that dowel to sit in there firmly. I use glue and a pocket hole screw to hold them together. After, it's now time to seat the threaded inserts in, and I had to like ratchet this in and then ratchet back out. You don't want to go all the way in with this, or else you'll break the dowel rod. So I just go back and forth, ratcheting it in and out until I can see the threaded insert with a little bit of the base of the threaded insert showing, so that when I tie it onto this metal clamp, that's what it's rubbing on. Guys, thank you for staying till the end. There is a part 2 to this video, so stay tuned for the next episode. We'll go over the rest of the build.